CBS 47 Fox 30 Action News Jax begins with breaking news.
That breaking news, 2 parents are in jail and facing charges for their child's overdose death. Investigators say the 3-year-old died in August, and a new report from the medical examiner's office says that the child died from fentanyl. I'm John Bachman.
I'm Letitia Barriola in for Tanika Hughes. Fentanyl is a very powerful drug. It's responsible for tens of thousands of deaths throughout the country. Action News Jax Ryan Nelson is live in Stark. And Ryan, the parents are being held on a $1 million bond.
And Letitia, we're joining you live from the entrance of the Orangewood apartment complex in Stark. This is where police say they responded and tried to save that little girl's life. Stark police say on August 26th, officers responded to a call here of an unresponsive 3-year-old girl. She died at the hospital just yesterday. 99 days after her death, an autopsy showed she died of a fentanyl overdose. Police say the girl's parents, Delana A. King and Jay Sean Murrah, were the only people in the home when the child ingested the fentanyl. King and Murrah were arrested today and are being held on a $1 million bond. Right now, they are each charged with aggravated child neglect with great bodily harm, but not charged in the toddler's death. And we're working to speak to neighbors about what they may have seen here on that day in August. We're also looking to see if either of the parents have a criminal past, and we're working on that part of the story for you, all new at 6. Reporting in Stark, Ryan Nelson, CBS 47 Fox 30, Action News Jax.
Moments ago, I spoke with Action News Jax law and safety expert Dale Carson about the charges and the prison time these parents could face if convicted. Why child neglect charges for these parents and not murder charges?
You know, murder charges require an intent that may be difficult to prove. If you simply leave a deadly narcotic out, that clearly is aggravated child abuse if the child imbibes it and then dies from it. So this is essentially a life felony, but it is not a murder charge. It would be usual to charge murder, but if you can't prove that beyond a reasonable doubt, certainly the alternative is what they've charged here, which is aggravated child abuse.
And Carson alluded to it, but he says that the penalties for the crime they are currently charged with and an upgraded charge like secondary manslaughter are essentially the same.
Police are investigating a multi-million-dollar crime ring that targeted local Walmart. So you're seeing one of the suspects right here bought these TVs that were then allegedly fraudulently returned. All right, Action News Jax Stephanie Bennett, she's going to sort this out for us live in St. Johns County. So Stephanie, police say the suspects used old TVs and fake receipts to trick these stores.
And that's right. And a Walmart here in St. Johns County is just one of several in our area that have been hit. Police say this crime spree spanned at least 13 states and that there are several suspects involved. Take a look at your screen. I want to show you these people. We've learned these 2 suspects have been arrested. Another suspect died of natural causes before he could be arrested. And tonight, these 2 suspects are still on the run. 3 others are wanted but have not been identified yet. Take a look at this video. It allegedly shows one suspect buying brand new TVs at a Walmart. He and at least 7 others accused of replacing those TVs with salvaged ones and returning them to the store. Authorities report Walmarts in Clay, Columbia, Duval, Putnam, and St. Johns counties were hit.
We've known in St. Johns County for several years now that organized groups are traveling in and out of our county, and some may exist here, that they each have a very specific type of theft or fraud that they like to commit.
Chuck Mulligan with St. Johns County Sheriff's Office tells Action News Jax the group of suspects is from Georgia. According to the Polk County Sheriff's Office, the agency working with Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody, the group then sold the new TVs on social media.
Many of the shoplifting cases and whatnot that we see, many of these individuals are traveling from other parts of the state in order to commit their crimes.
Action News Jax has learned the theft ring has been operating since at least 2014. Authorities say the suspects face up to 160 years in prison. And I reached out to Walmart's corporate office earlier today to try to see if they could give us numbers on just how much money these local Walmarts in our area have lost as a result of this crime. I'm still waiting to hear back from them, but when I do get that information, I'll be sure to update you. You can find this story on our website, actionnewsjax.com. For now, reporting live in St. Johns County, Stephanie Bennett, CBS 47, Fox 30, Action News Jax.
Today, Georgia broke a record for new cases of COVID-19. Let's get you caught up with the very latest now. That state reported 4,900 cases. Florida reported 10,000 new cases for the second day in a row. That's one of the higher numbers we've seen over the last month. Now, Duval reported 537 new cases. That's a 175% increase compared to this time last month, I believe we meant to say there. Action News Jax has live team coverage on local testing, the pandemic relief program is set to expire, and the economic recovery. We begin with Action News Jax' Robert Grant live at the Regency testing site. Robert, doctors say that site is getting busier every day.
Yeah, I talked to one woman. She said she got in and out about 20 minutes or so. You can see the site here behind us did just close about a couple minutes ago here. Still a steady flow of people coming out who got in ahead of time. That one woman I spoke to, though, says just like many others here, she needs to get a negative test after traveling to go back to work. Thanksgiving travel boosted testing to more than 2,000 a day. Jessica Wilson is getting tested after her trip to see family in South Carolina.
You don't want to get anybody else sick. Everyone has family and kids. No one wants to be out of work for 2 weeks, a month.
Doctors recommend getting tested 3 to 5 days after travel. Dr. Jillian Harrington, Nomi Health's lab director, says you should also go before.
Doing the before, during, and after travel testing just to, safeguard yourself and your family members.
She reminds people there's still up to a 5-day incubation period, which means a negative test doesn't guarantee you're COVID-free.
If you're traveling for a longer period of time, getting tested during that travel as well.
Yesterday, the Regency site conducted more than 2,100 tests. A month ago, it was less than 1,400. Nomi Health expects that will continue to spike as we near Christmas.
People will probably want to travel even more at Christmas time to see family if they didn't at Thanksgiving.
Dr. Harrington expects up to 3,000 a day, but you can get through the line in less than half an hour. The site is open from 9 to 5 every day. Nomi Health says they could change those hours, though, depending on the need as we get closer to Christmas. You can also make an appointment online. We have a link for you on actionnewsjax.com. Live in Arlington, Robert Grant, CBS 47, Fox 30, Action News Jax.
According to Johns Hopkins University, the U.S. reported more cases yesterday than ever before. More than 217,000 people tested positive. Daily deaths also went up, with 2,800 lives lost to the pandemic on Thursday.
Fresh economic data released this morning showed a disappointing jobless report, but the unemployment rate dipped. Action News Jax' Phil Amato spoke with a local investment manager about the ongoing economic recovery and what it means for you.
In November, U.S. employers added 245,000 jobs. Many analysts were expecting 440,000. The unemployment rate dipped to 6.7%. Job losses were in government and retail, while construction gained. I spoke with local investment manager Jim Newman this morning about his take on the jobless report and his outlook on our economic recovery. We had slower growth, but at the same time, the unemployment rate ticked down to 6.7%. What does that tell you?
As I saw those numbers, I was thinking to myself, last March, would we have ever thought that it would have gone back down this quickly? And it did go back down quickly, and 6.7 is not a bad number. And there have been times that we've had numbers that have been worse and the economy has been better.
What about your outlook for next year? We're near Dow 30,000 right now. Where do you think the Dow will be, say, by this time in 2021?
I don't know. The economy could do super. And what I'm hearing from a lot of different sources, including my own firm, that at the end of 2021, the market will be substantially higher than where it is right now.
Now, the economy typically adds a large number of jobs in November due to seasonal hiring, but this year, many of those positions may not be available. However, the recent positive vaccine news has created a lot of optimism that jobs may be coming back once people are vaccinated against COVID-19. In the studio, Phil Amato, CBS 47, Fox 30, Action News Jax.
Medical experts say it's time to figure out whether a COVID-19 vaccine is safe for children and pregnant women. Children and pregnant women or breastfeeding women were left out of COVID vaccine trials. In order to slow the spread of coronavirus and eventually keep it away, doctors say these crucial groups must be vaccinated. Though children generally don't get as sick with the virus, doctors say there have been some serious cases. Doctors say some pregnant women are more likely to get severely ill from COVID-19 than women who aren't expecting.
Parents, midnight is the deadline to decide how your child will learn for the coming months in Duval County Public Schools. DCPS tells Action News Jax there are 80,000 students in face-to-face learning right now. Compare that to 27,000 in Duval's virtual homeroom option. The only change they're offering is for kids to go back to school. If you want to make changes, go to actionnewsjax.com, search DCPS deadline, and if you do not want to make changes, you don't have to do anything. Our coronavirus coverage continues around the clock on the Action News Jax mobile app. There you will find all of our COVID-19 stories, where to get tested locally, and we also have a separate page for that information in Spanish.
3 murder suspects now off the streets of Jacksonville. This as the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office works to close dozens of cases in what's been a crime-ridden year. The first 2, Cornell Williams and Victor Williams. Between the 2 of them, they have 20 previous arrests in Jacksonville. They're accused of shooting and killing a 28-year-old man on Moncrief Road last week. Police also announced the arrest of Nakia Towns. He's accused of shooting and killing a man last September on Arlington Road. Police say they caught Towns yesterday while he was riding in someone else's car. Officers say he gave them a fake name at the time of his arrest. Online records show Towns was arrested 17 times before in Jacksonville.
As calls for police transparency grow nationwide, one local police department has committed to equipping every officer with body cameras. New at 5, Action News Jax Alicia Tarancon explains how much it will cost Glynn County leaders.
Glynn County commissioners voted to purchase enough tasers and body cameras to equip every officer with the Glynn County Police Department. The county will pay around $660,000 every year to a company who will keep the equipment up to date and support it. The department needs cameras and stun guns for 133 officers. The department will also get new dash cameras for 99 patrol cars. Just last week, the Atlantic Beach City Commission approved spending $48,000 to buy 27 cameras for the police department there. That's on top of the 13 body cameras commissioners approved to buy for $37,000 in July. The police chief says many officers and community members are welcoming the cameras with open arms. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office rolled out its body-worn camera program in November of 2018. But for a while, the release of body camera video to the public was sporadic. Before September of this year, JSO had only released body camera video 3 times. Then on September 1st, State Attorney Melissa Nelson revealed the new body-worn camera policy. Among the changes, one of the biggest was the review time of body camera video was reduced from months to 21 days. Action News Jax told you a month ago the St. Augustine Police Department planned to deploy body-worn cameras within the first 8 to 10 days of December. New this afternoon, we learned COVID impacted the agency's budget. It now plans to roll out body cameras at some point in 2021. Reporting in studio, Alicia Tarancon, CBS 47, Fox 30, Action News Jax.
From Action News Jax, Chief Meteorologist Mike Burris. Head out this Friday evening. Grab the umbrella. There's a little bit of rain spreading from west to east. I'll track the showers, how it affects your weekend in the First Alert forecast in a few minutes.
Coming up, 2 stories you haven't seen on Action News Jax. First, meet Mr. Jinglebeard. He loves making kids smile while working at Wolfson Children's Hospital.
Either way, it takes them from all the troubles and tribulations of everything that's going on.
The amazing gift this healthcare hero won today because of his big beard and heart. Then, it's history in the making for marijuana. How Congress's decision about it could have major impacts at local jails. Next on Action News Jax.
The ride you want, the savings you need. Get it all when you shop pre-owned at Arlington Toyota. With over 100 quality pre-owned cars to buy at 0 down and just $199 a month. And 50 quality pre-owned trucks and SUVs to buy at 0 down and $269 a month. And with Arlington's Credit for Everyone program, if your Beacon score is from 450 to 850, almost everyone is approved. Shop in person and online at arlingtontoyota.com.
Family owned and operated for over 42 years. Bears Furniture celebrates 75 years and our stunning new Jacksonville location with savings up to 75%. But the deals won't last. Shop the final days of savings at Bears Furniture Jacksonville. Live beautifully.
I started losing my teeth in my early 20s, and it was terrible. I don't think there's no one around that can do what Dr. David can do. I went in there with no teeth, and I came out with a smile. I was really blown away. There was no pain at all. It feels like my real teeth. It feels like I had teeth when I was 20 years old. It changed my whole life. I wouldn't trust nobody else but Dr. David. These teeth, they're wonderful. They feel great.
At Badcock Home Furniture and More, Steve found the perfect mattress. And Sue found everything else she needed to feel cozy and comfortable. Give yourself and your loved ones the gift of better comfort and sleep. Save up to 50% on select bedding and more. Plus, choose from other year-end mattress offers, all with no credit refused. Get the best bedding deals of the year, only at Badcock's Gift of Sleep sale. For details, visit badcock.com.
What can you get done in 10 minutes? What about listing your home for sale? In 10 minutes? Can't be possible. With a new Instant List tool from Rex, it is. Rex Instant List allows you to value and list your home with an agent in as little as 10 minutes. Since 2015, Rex has provided sellers with over $25 million in savings and absolutely no sacrifice on service. Have 10 minutes to spare? Visit SaveWithRex.com to get started.
Got a problem you can't solve? We'll send Ben. Email sendben@actionnewsjax.com.
Bears Furniture celebrates 75 years and our stunning new Jacksonville location with up to 75% off. Don't miss this genuine leather sofa, now just $9.75 during the final days of anniversary savings, only at Bears Furniture.
This city is dividing into two camps. We'll deal with it. Just don't ask me how.
Blue Bloods, new season, tonight on CBS.
The First Alert 7-day forecast, on air, online, and on the go, brought to you by ViStar. If you believe auto loans with no payment for up to 90 days is better, join ViStar. Get great low rates and flexible terms.
Breaking news, another murder arrest. New mugshot of Alexander Wiggins released in the last 5 minutes. 29-year-old woman killed last month on Maplewood Street in the Lackawanna area. The victim was in a car, and JSO says she was targeted. This is the fourth murder arrest announced by JSO today.
Welcome home to the sailors of the USS Sioux City. The crew is back for the first time in months and just in time for Christmas. Action News Jack's Don Lopez shows us some special moments between local families.
Our sailors assigned to the USS Sioux City are back home and in time for Christmas. They've been away on deployment for several months now, traveling more than 14,000 nautical miles. They're our hometown heroes, but they're also someone's son, daughter, mothers, and fathers, and they're coming home.
That's him right up there. I see him. That is him. I'm pretty sure.
Like Mike and Devin Lewis, who can't wait for their son to come off this big boat.
Excited to give him a hug.
Yeah. We're kind of looking forward to feeding him.
Yes. He has missed home food, so that's going to be great. Oh, my gosh.
Excited, happy, nervous. All of the above.
There's no hiding it. You better believe there are some big smiles behind these masks. Luis Arroyo is here with his family, waiting for their daughter. She missed Thanksgiving with them, but she'll be home for Christmas. And he says they have some catching up to do.
Hug her and go eat, talk, you know.
Jael and Shaquila Hall say the best gift ever this holiday season is knowing the Sioux City is back in port, safe and sound. The Sioux City sailed more than 14,000 nautical miles, visiting 6 ports, supporting joint missions to stop drug trafficking in the Caribbean and Eastern Pacific. That's more than worthy of smiles and loads of hugs they're being showered with.
Absolutely unreal. It's, as I said, I was lucky enough to have my wife on FaceTime when she was going through the birth, and to watch them grow over pictures really doesn't do it justice.
And from Action News Jax, a big welcome home to the USS Sioux City. In the newsroom, Don Lopez, Action News Jax.
Yeah, that sailor meeting his child for the first time. We love these homecoming ceremonies. I got to tell you, too, particularly on these little littoral combat ships. I was on the Little Rock a year ago from, like, right now.
Yes.
I spent just one night on board that ship, and I can tell you that these crew members work hard around the clock. So I'm sure they're very glad to be home for a little R&R.
Yes, 20 days till Christmas. Welcome home.
Yeah.
All right, Action News Jax would like to thank everyone who donated to our Rescue Christmas Telethon, big or small. We are thanking you. We were able to raise $92,000 for the Salvation Army. Every single penny will help local families, talking about our neighbors here this holiday season. First Alert Chief Meteorologist Mike Bursch was out there throughout the night. Mike, you're also helping the Salvation Army this weekend.
Yeah, we have a big Red Kettle campaign, of course, going, and tomorrow we'll be ringing the bell. Action News Jax starts at 9 in the morning and goes through 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Hope to see you there as we continue to try to do the most good right here at home, and we have a little rain to deal with through this evening, but it'll be out of here by tomorrow. 5-sweep First Alert Doppler HD showing the light rain spreading from southwest to northeast. We're getting a few sprinkles in the metro area now. In the end, this won't amount to a whole lot. We'll catch a little bit of a break, and then some more showers will move in with the actual front later this evening. By the time you get up in the morning, the rain will have moved out. There may be a few lingering clouds, but then we'll quickly clear. We zoom into the metro area right now. There's that rain, and it's very light, but it will dampen the pavement here for the rest of the commute. From the West Beltway at 295 and Normandy Boulevard across the Southwest Beltway to the Buckman Bridge, a little light rain in Bay Meadows, now to Butler Boulevard. This will continue to move quickly to the northeast into downtown Jacksonville over the next 5 minutes. Jax Beach by about 5:32. Neptune and Atlantic Beach 5:36 and 5:39 respectively. So this will get to the coast here fairly soon. And we have Deck the Chairs yet again tonight. Jax Beach, First Alert Skycam Network. Right now it is dry and it's mild too. The temperature is 71 degrees. But we'll have that little bit of light rain moving in. It won't ruin the evening, but it'll make it a little bit damp, so just plan on contending a little bit of that rainfall. And then you can see the showers extending west all the way past Lake City to the west of Lake City. So it'll be on and off light showers through this evening. The heavier rain is to the north and will stay there closer to the upper level disturbance. It's helping to drive this cold front. But light rain spreading in now into Waycross and Blackshear should pick up in intensity some in the Waycross and Blackshear area, while it's lighter for Brunswick, Folkestone, Glen St. Mary, and St. Mary's southward all the way to northeastern portions of Florida. Temperatures stay mild the next few hours. The front won't move through till later tonight, so we'll just slowly drop into the low to mid-60s by 10 p.m. with the overcast sky and the few scattered showers around, and that rain's gone by tomorrow morning with clearing skies. Temperatures will be noticeably cooler again, only in the 40s and only in the 50s and 60s through a good part of the day with a pretty decent little breeze, so it'll be a cool day tomorrow. Tomorrow night, chilly night, dropping into the upper 30s, well to the north and west of Jacksonville, 40s for the rest of the area, and Sunday looks pretty decent. We get back into the 60s. Now clouds will start to increase, and that is with the next weather system that moves in with some rain Sunday night into Monday. Weekend always in view in the First Alert 7-day forecast with some showers at night Sunday into early Monday, and then that's a stronger cold front. It turns breezy and chilly behind that front, and the potential for an inland frost yet again by the middle of next week on Wednesday, and then some slow warming late next week. ActionNewsJax.com. It's all the latest First Alert weather, and you can download for free the First Alert weather app.
Handcuffed for headlights. New on Action News Jax at 5:30, the unusual car fix that put a driver in handcuffs.
And the pandemic may soon cause tougher times for families already struggling. The program set to expire in weeks as cases continue to rise.
All new, coming up at 5:30. Dr. Q is a local doctor, and he's breaking barriers on Netflix this month.
It's new discoveries every day. I think that it gives me hope.
Coming up, we'll show you how he's changing our community and the world through brain surgery and science.
Coming up on Action News Jax. Action News Jax at 5 is brought to you in part by Farah and Farah. Here for you. Here for good.
No one questions an athlete who can't compete because of soft tissue injuries, like back or neck sprains. But when people injured in car accidents suffer these same kinds of injuries, no one seems to understand. Just because an injury doesn't show up on an X-ray or MRI doesn't mean it isn't real. Listen, some of the worst injuries we deal with are soft tissue injuries. Farah and Farah, we won't let anyone tell you your injury isn't real.
Have you heard the news?
Care Plus is Florida's largest 5-star Medicare plan. Rated 5 out of 5 stars for the 3rd time. That means you can join today.
Care Plus, we got plans for you.
Hi, I'm attorney Rebecca Witt from Rubenstein Law, and this is Rubenstein's Rules for Personal Injury. Rule number 11, truck accidents require special attention. Sometimes drivers are put in a difficult position and accidents happen. Driving without sleep can be as dangerous as drunk driving. Evidence needs to be preserved for inspection without delay. Some trucking companies hide insurance, but we know how to find it.
For all these rules and more, go to RubensteinLaw.com.
Swing into Edwin Watts Golf Shops this holiday season for the hottest gifts from Callaway. Save on the Maverick, Maverick Max, and Maverick Sub-Zero drivers with uniquely engineered faces designed by AI to improve club head speed and increase forgiveness. Now on sale for just $399. And save big on Chrome Soft and Chrome Soft X golf balls, now just $39.99 a dozen. Come into Edwin Watts Golf Shops and get custom fit today. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, your holiday headquarters since 1968, and shop online at worldwidegolfshops.com.
Nothing beats the fun of new technology during the holidays. And nothing has more fun technology than a new Hyundai. With magical features like available blind spot view monitor and wireless device charging. And with the savings of Hyundai Holidays, now you can get one for yourself. Hyundai Holidays. The longer you look, the more there is to like.
Get 0% APR for 72 months, plus 3 years complimentary maintenance on the Tucson. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Do you suffer from erectile dysfunction? Peak Performance for Men uses an advanced form of acoustic wave therapy, restoring normal and natural functionality where it counts most. Call now and receive an ultrasound, your initial consultation, all for only $49. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
Toyotathon is on at Arlington Toyota. Save today on a new 2021 Corolla LE lease for only $119 a month. Shop arlingtontoyota.com.
On Monday, wake up to the fastest growing morning news with Phil, Dawn, Letitia, and Garrett. CBS 47 Action News Jax this morning.
Americans who struggled through 2020 could face more tough times. Some financial lifelines are set to expire soon. Action News Jax Blair Miller explains.
Relief measures put in place earlier this year, like a moratorium on evictions, are set to run out within weeks. The moratorium put in place by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention only applies to renters who can't pay rent because of hardships brought on by the coronavirus outbreak. They must make less than $99,000 a year or $198,000 for couples. Millions of Americans are also at risk of running out of benefits when 2 key federal relief programs expire later this month. Some people who already went through their state's unemployment benefits are receiving an additional 13 weeks of payments through the Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation Program. The other program is the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance, known as the PUA, which helps self-employed part-time workers and others who aren't typically eligible for unemployment to receive payments. Earlier this year, the U.S. Department of Education froze payments on federal student loans. Those payments are scheduled to resume in January. I'm Blair Miller.
New at 5:30, a man who goes above and beyond for local hospital patients is getting the recognition he deserves. The special surprise for a man called Jingle Beard. Plus, new robotic farming technology is helping farmers grow crops vertically. The new science saving water, energy, and space to help feed more people in a cheaper way. And it is the car for 2020, the unique fix to a headlight problem that ended with a driver in handcuffs.
It's been said that the sun, sea, and fresh air are the best medicine of all. We couldn't agree more. And at Sandals, we have an abundance of it. Whether you want to stroll hand in hand along a flawless stretch of white sand beach, find a cozy space that was made for romance, or even enjoy a dinner for 2 at one of our 5-star global gourmet restaurants, Sandals has created endless open spaces where love can blossom. Call 1-800-SANDALS.
There is a place where we come together. It's a place where we unwind and wind up, where we can kick off our shoes and know we're right where we belong. This is where we are most comfortable, most ourselves, most happy. This is home. Great moments deserve great furniture. We are American Signature Furniture.
I'm David Perdue, and I approve this message.
John Ossoff believes if you repeat a lie enough, people might believe it. But Ossoff's stock trade attacks on David Perdue are totally false. David Perdue wasn't even at that Senate briefing. Perdue was cleared by the Bipartisan Senate Ethics Committee, the SEC, and DOJ. Perdue was totally exonerated. John Ossoff, you just can't believe him.
Suffering from broken, missing, or ill-fitting dentures and wish you could go back to your natural teeth? David & Associates' revolutionary procedure provides permanent dental implants in one day.
People ask me all the time, can you really do all this work in one day? And I tell them we do it every day of the week.
It changed my whole life. I wouldn't trust nobody else but Dr. David. These teeth, they're wonderful. They feel great.
At David & Associates, we have many affordable payment plans, and almost anyone can afford this life-changing procedure.
What can you get done in 10 minutes? What about listing your home for sale? In 10 minutes? Can't be possible. With the new Instant List tool from Rex, it is. Rex Instant List allows you to value and list your home with an agent in as little as 10 minutes. Since 2015, Rex has provided sellers with over $25 million in savings and absolutely no sacrifice on service. Have 10 minutes to spare? Visit SaveWithRex.com to get started.
We're about to win an NBA championship. Back to Ross.
For every NBA moment, there's a flavor on DoorDash.
A local man who spends most of his time helping others is finally getting help for himself.
Yeah, Jared Menifee is known as Jinglebeard at Wolfson Children's Hospital, and he spends his days helping his patients smile, which we all know is important medicine. As Action News Jack's Robert Grant reports, he's getting a major gift from his community, one shingle at a time.
A new roof for the holidays is a $12,000 gift, but for the Menifees, it is invaluable. You see that work going on here behind us. They've got 4 kids of their own, yet Jared still finds time to bring a smile to other families at Wolfson Children's. With each nail, a sigh of relief. Jared Menifee knew this 16-year-old roof would have to be replaced soon.
One less thing we have to worry about. It's a lot of stress off of us.
Like many families during the pandemic, money is tight. On top of that, Jared and his wife Patty's daughter was just diagnosed with type 1 diabetes.
They take care of my family here. I get to take care of my family on the other end.
At Wolfson Children's, where Jared works.
Everybody knows me as Jinglebeard.
It started 3 years ago with 18 Christmas ornaments and grew from there, decking his beard for every holiday. This Christmas with 50 ornaments, all to bring a smile to the children and their families.
Either they laugh at me or they, enjoy it. I say either way, it takes them from all the troubles and tribulations of everything that's going on.
It's why Reliant Roofing is paying it forward, taking a little trouble off the Menifees. They were nominated for the company's Every Shingle Heart program.
When we read Jared's story 31 times, Jared and Patty's story, we knew that he was the individual that we had to select.
Because even through the pandemic, they keep smiling. Reliance Roofing's Every Shingle Heart program started to help families after Hurricane Matthew. In 3 years doing this, they've never seen this many nominations for one person. Reporting in San Jose, Robert Grant, CBS 47, Fox 30, Action News Jax.
Sounds like he's earned them. Well, we're getting new insight on what the inauguration will look like in January. Despite the surge in coronavirus cases, crews are already building the stage at the U.S. Capitol. Inauguration planners say we're not likely to see the hundreds of thousands of people we typically see at inaugurations. It could look more like the Democratic National Convention, which was mostly virtual.
They found some really creative solutions that actually made all of us feel like we were there in a way that we probably wouldn't if we were just watching the normal convention on our TV. So I'm sure there's a lot of creative conversations going on right now.
This week, leaders of the inauguration committee said that they still plan to honor the traditions of an American inauguration, but will do so by keeping people, quote, healthy and safe. Vice President Mike Pence spent part of the day in Georgia. The CDC briefed him on the progress of the COVID-19 vaccine, and later on, then he campaigned with Senators David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler in Savannah. The president will visit Georgia in support of the GOP Senate candidates tomorrow. The event starts at 7 at the Valdosta Regional Airport. Doors open at 3. It is a public event, and tickets are sold online. Our coverage of the 2020 election continues on ActionNewsJax.com. There you'll find live updates from the Trump and Biden campaigns, as well as more information on the president and vice president-elect.
For the first time ever, members of Congress voted in favor of decriminalizing marijuana at the federal level. The House passed the measure in a historic vote today. As Action News Jax Samantha Manning explains, the bill doesn't have a good chance to get much further.
This is not expected to pass in the Republican-controlled Senate, but it's a major step forward for advocates of decriminalizing marijuana who hope it will come before Congress again when the balance of power may be shifted.
It has taken us a long time to get here.
In a vote of 228 to 164,
the bill is passed.
The U.S. House of Representatives approved decriminalizing marijuana at the federal level.
A much-needed measure to try to undo the damage that has been done to our communities.
The Marijuana Opportunity Reinvestment and Expungement Act, known as the MORE Act, also reassesses marijuana convictions.
The criminalization of marijuana was used to disenfranchise an entire generation of black men and women.
Republicans blasted Democrats for pushing a marijuana bill, while negotiations for a second round of coronavirus relief remain at a standstill.
This is what they choose to focus on.
Opponents raised concerns about the lasting impact of the MORE Act.
Yes, legalizing weed would create revenue from taxes. But at what cost? Do we then start legalizing cocaine? Marijuana is a gateway drug.
But from the sole Republican co-sponsor, caution to his fellow colleagues.
Those arguments are overwhelmingly losing with the American people. In every state where cannabis reform was on the ballot in this country, it passed.
Potential for this bill for the next session of Congress is still up in the air. A lot is riding on the Georgia Senate runoff races, which will determine whether Republicans keep control of the Senate. President-elect Joe Biden campaigned in favor of decriminalizing marijuana. In Washington, Samantha Manning, CBS 47, Fox 30, Action News Jax.
Well, Action News Jax wants to know, what do you think? Should marijuana be decriminalized? And we've got a live poll going on now. The majority of the voters so far, 81% say yes, it should be decriminalized. 19% say no. If you want to vote, go to actionnewsjax.com/vote.
The Red Cross now helping 2 people who are looking for a new home after a fire in Riverside. These are dramatic pictures from the JFRD folks there. One person was pulled out of that home but is going to be okay. The state fire marshal is investigating the cause of that fire.
A local Waffle House is nabbed in this week's Original Restaurant Report. What inspectors found that forced the restaurant to close until the problem was fixed. And it's the car for 2020. The unique fix to a headlight problem that ended with a driver in handcuffs.
Plus, from farm worker to surgeon, how a local surgeon's story comes full circle while filming a documentary for Netflix.
This holiday greeting from our military is brought to you locally by Millennium Physician Group.
Hi, my name is Jimmy Rollerson with the 146 ESB, and I just want to wish all my friends and family a Merry Christmas.
You look nice. Getting around isn't as easy as it used to be. That's why we called Bath Fitters. They removed our old tub and installed a beautiful new spacious shower. Now, getting in and out is a breeze. And we have peace of mind with seamless walls that provide a watertight fit, plus their lifetime guarantee. Thanks to Bath Fitter, life is so much easier with a shower we love.
I'm David Perdue, and I approve this message.
John Ossoff believes if you repeat a lie enough, people might believe it. But Ossoff's stock trade attacks on David Perdue are totally false. David Perdue wasn't even at that Senate briefing. Perdue was cleared by the bipartisan Senate Ethics Committee, the SEC, and DOJ. Perdue was totally exonerated. John Ossoff, you just can't believe him.
I started losing my teeth in my early 20s, and it was terrible. I don't think there's no one around that can do what Dr. David can do. I went in there with no teeth, and I came out with a smile. I was really blown away. There was no pain at all. It feels like my real teeth. It feels like I had teeth when I was 20 years old. It changed my whole life. I wouldn't trust nobody else but Dr. David. These teeth are wonderful. They feel great.
Hey, have you heard? Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are attempting to sell 1,000 vehicles in December. How? I've instructed my team to take all offers and never lose your business over price. Check it out. Brand new cars as low as $129 a month, up to $6,000 more for your trade. 0% financing and no payments for 90 days. I promise we ain't leaving nothing on the table. Beaver Toyota St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. We're here to wow you.
Bears Furniture celebrates 75 years and our stunning new Jacksonville location with savings up to 75%. But the deals won't last. Shop the final days of savings at Bears Furniture Jacksonville. Live beautifully.
Nothing beats the fun of new technology during the holidays. And nothing has more fun technology than a new Hyundai. With magical features like available blind spot view monitor and wireless device charging. And with the savings of Hyundai Holidays, now you can get one for yourself. Hyundai Holidays. The longer you look, the more there is to like.
Get 0% APR for 72 months, plus 3 years complimentary maintenance on the Tucson. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
The First Alert 7-day forecast. On air, online, and on the go. Brought to you by ViStar. If you believe auto loans with no payment for up to 90 days is better, join ViStar. Get great low rates and flexible terms.
Action News Jax gets real about minority achievement. Starting next Wednesday, you'll see a familiar face on a Netflix docuseries. Jacksonville doctor, Dr. Q, is one of 4 doctors who'll be featured in a new show titled The Surgeon's Cut. Action News Jax Lorena Enclan shows us why this is only the beginning of his worldwide exposure.
I see myself as a samurai that is going to fight this extraordinary monster.
Those are the words of Dr. Alfredo Quiñones Hinojosa in the official trailer for the new Netflix docuseries, The Surgeon's Cut. You can say he's the samurai of neurosurgery at Mayo Clinic, but he prefers to leave the word hero to his patients.
The most important person is the patient. So I hope that people get that thrill and get to feel those emotions. And by the way, those moments are sacred.
Sacred Brain is the title of the episode he'll be featured in, where you'll get to see the skilled choreography needed to perform open brain surgery.
Any potential miscalculation can lead to a devastating outcome, a stroke, inability to talk, to move.
The show follows the lives and professions of 4 doctors from around the world. One of the other doctors featured, Nancy Asher, is Dr. Q's mentor.
Imagine how humbling it is to be there with one of your mentors featured.
Being featured on a platform as big as Netflix is remarkable when you consider how he started. He came to the U.S. at 19 as an undocumented migrant farm worker.
I just don't know if my brain can articulate the emotions, and I summarize with one word all the time: humbling. Very, very humbling.
And the Netflix show is only the beginning. Brad Pitt's Plan B entertainment company, Disney, and Annapurna Pictures are working on a full-length feature film on the doctor's life based on his autobiography called Becoming Dr. Q. Until then, Dr. Q hopes The Surgeon's Cut gives viewers a glimpse into not just his life, but also his team and the work done every day at Mayo Clinic to find a cure. Lorena Enclan, CBS 47, Fox 30, Action News Jax.
Interesting story from right here at home. I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Mike Burris. We have a little bit of rain moving in. St. Augustine First Alert Skycam Network right now. You can see the dark skies to the north, some of those showers in the First Alert forecast in a few minutes.
Investigators say a drug kingpin on the run for decades was caught just 2 hours away from here, ahead at 6. The chilling way investigators say he was able to dodge them for years. New robotic farming technology helping farmers grow crops vertically. How new science is saving water, energy, and space to help feed more people less expensively.
Got a
great sunset picture? Send it to actionnewsjax.com, and we'll feature it on Action News Jax. Brought to you by Arlington Toyota.
Suffering from broken, missing, or ill-fitting dentures and wish you could go back to your natural teeth? David & Associates' revolutionary procedure provides permanent dental implants in one day.
People ask me all the time, can you really do all this work in one day? And I tell them we do it every day of the week.
It changed my whole life. I wouldn't trust nobody else but Dr. David. These teeth, they're wonderful. They feel great.
At David & Associates, we have many affordable payment plans, and almost anyone can afford this life-changing procedure.
Have you heard the news?
CarePlus is Florida's largest 5-star Medicare plan. Rated 5 out of 5 stars for the 3rd time. That means you can join today.
CarePlus, we got plans for you.
Glow bright and all your dreams take flight. Visit your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today for exceptional lease and financing offers at the Mercedes-Benz Winter Event.
Deep within Key Largo, you'll see things that may surprise you. From the unspoiled wilderness of the Florida Everglades to the tranquility of John Pennekamp State Park. Look below the surface, and you'll find more depth in Key Largo, in the Florida Keys.
Before we were called Conviva, we were caring for patients for over 50 years. Before today's challenges, we set the standard of excellence in helping seniors age well. Now, we're keeping our patients safe through skill, experience, leadership, and creating personal relationships that go beyond our center walls. We're Conviva Care Centers, and everything that came before gives us confidence for whatever comes next.
Over the years, Ultimate and I've had the privilege of hosting many different people at our home. Politicians of both parties, sitting presidents, future presidents. And the conversation I've always had with them is this: what are we doing for the helpless, the hopeless, the powerless? During this pandemic, some of those doing the hardest work have been treated the very worst. My mission in life and law is simple: for the people, not the powerful. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
The Action News Jax First Alert Skycam Network is brought to you by Morgan & Morgan.
New farming technology is helping save water, energy, time, and money by growing crops vertically.
Action News Jax Don Lopez shows us how tower farming could be a game changer to feed more people.
This farm in Utah produces milk and meat from their cows. But raising them takes a lot of feed and a lot of time. Now technology is making part of the process easier. These Olympus Tower farms are a form of robotic vertical farming.
The key is you can eliminate the weather challenges. It gives you a predictable, optimized crop every time.
It starts with the seed being loaded into trays. Then they're wheeled up to the top of the tower to start a 6-day journey to the bottom of it for harvest. Along the way, they're watered with precision and given light from special LEDs that don't give off any heat. The whole process is automated too.
Each of these machines represent between 35 and 50 acres of land. So in this case here, 50 acres, 875 feet, and 95% less water.
Saving water and space is something that's becoming increasingly important as the demand for more homes increases and climate change increases the chance for extreme drought in the summer months.
One of the biggest challenges farmers have around the world is how do they deal with the weather and the climate and the uncertainties that come with that.
This new technology finds homes beyond farms.
The vision that I would think, that I see is there's probably one of these in the back of every supermarket growing fresh food right in the store.
Each tower produces 6,000 pounds of food each time it goes through its cycle. Don Lopez, CBS 47, Fox 30, Action News Jax.
This weekend, Florida Blue is offering the community several chances to get flu shots. Tomorrow, Saturday, from 10 to 1, you can get the vaccination at the Florida Blue Center at Town Center, the Winston YMCA in Riverside, Bethel Church, from 9 a.m. to 3 at Blodgett Villas Apartments. Sunday, vaccines are available at the Islamic Center of Northeast Florida from 1 to 4 p.m. 245,000 people in Northeast Florida have gotten their flu shot so far, and according to WJAX tracker, that's just shy of 35% of our local population. Now, the goal for the Duval County Medical Society is 48%. They say this will help keep more people out of the hospital for flu during the COVID pandemic. To learn more about where to get a flu shot, visit the WFOX section on actionnewsjax.com.
New at 5:30, the Air Force and some hospitals are using a device that may be able to detect COVID-19 by using your breath. It's called Worlds Protect. It works when someone uses a straw to blow into the machine. It tests for specific compounds the body makes while fighting COVID-19. The company who made it says it's working to get emergency approval from the FDA within the next few months. Disney Cruise Line says all cruises are suspended through February. Guests who were booked on affected sailings who have already paid can get a credit or a full refund. Guests who have not paid their reservations in full will get a refund of what they have paid.
Now, Action News Jax First Alert Weather.
A little rain on this Friday evening. 5-speed First Alert Doppler HD shows the showers moving quickly from southwest to northeast, not adding up to a whole lot, but it'll be a little damp this evening for your plans. We've had several reports of the sprinkles here in the metro area, and there's a little light rain now in the southeast beltway all the way to the beaches. These continue to move northeastbound. Then there's a little bit of a break over western and southwestern Duval County, but from Greenland and Bayard to Ponte Vedra, some sprinkles and light rain moving into Jax Beach as well. Then there's that break and heavier showers now between Lake City and Lake Butler. Now, this will wet things down a little bit, still a ways away from getting into Duval County, but it'll be into Olustee in about 9 minutes, Ellerbe at 6:06, into Sanderson at 6:19, and Glen St. Mary at 6:33. So into southwestern Duval County around Maxville and extending north up toward Bryceville, and will include the Baldwin Bike Trail by roughly about 6:45, give or take. So we'll see a little bit heavier shower activity between 6:30 and 8:30 here in the metro. Some heavier rain now, Blackshear to Waycross. This will move to the northeast. Some rain in Nahunta and Waynesville to Folkestone, and these showers will get to the I-95 corridor in Georgia, then Brunswick, St. Simon's Island, and St. Mary's and nearby areas over the next hour or two. Pretty dry south of Jacksonville right now, but showers will continue to develop and spread in from west to east in time later this evening for Pulaski, Middleburg, and Green Cove Springs, and St. Augustine, where right now the Nights of Lights continue to light up beautifully. We've had some clouds, but that's just about it. And the temperatures are not bad at all, 71 degrees right now. And we'll see only a slow drop through this evening with some of those showers at times, mid to upper 60s at 8 p.m. By 11 o'clock this evening, a temperature in the mid-60s. The cooler air arrives late tonight as the cold front moves through and moves out. So that'll be it for the rain over the next few hours after midnight. And by early tomorrow morning, then clearing skies will allow for a good deal of sun on your Saturday, breezy and somewhat cool. On Sunday, some clouds start to move back in, and by late afternoon, a few showers. Looks like mostly sprinkles at first, but then some rain moves in Sunday night into early Monday. The weekend hour-by-hour forecast shows those temperatures in the 50s early in the morning tomorrow and the 60s in the afternoon. A chillier start Sunday morning, but a pretty nice day overall with the clouds increasing. We will see a sprinkle late in the afternoon and then rain Sunday night into early Monday. Your first alert for the start of the new work week. Damp and a little wet there as you head out the door Monday morning. Breezy, much cooler again Tuesday into Wednesday with the potential for an inland frost. Wednesday morning, still chilly Thursday morning, back up to near 70 by Friday. ActionNewsJax.com. For free, you can download the First Alert Weather app.
Coming up, 2 stories you haven't seen on Action News Jax. First, roaches, expired licenses, and mold.
Hear about the recent inspection.
The 4 local places, including a Waffle House, that got busted in this week's restaurant report. Then, it's an Action News Jax investigation, protecting local children.
Why caseworkers say some kids may be stuck living in dangerous homes right now.
Next on Action News Jax.
Do you suffer from erectile dysfunction? Peak Performance for Men uses an advanced form of acoustic wave therapy, restoring normal and natural functionality where it counts most. Call now and receive an ultrasound, your initial consultation, all for only $49. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
It's an event 75 years in the making. Bears Furniture is celebrating 75 years and our stunning new location now open in Jacksonville. Come see the largest showroom in Jacksonville and celebrate with savings up to 75%. Get unbeatable savings on this sofa by Tommy Bahama, now just $19.75. Don't miss this genuine leather sofa, now just $9.75. It's the final days to get anniversary savings at Bears Furniture, now open in Jacksonville.
I'm David Perdue, and I approve this message.
John Ossoff believes if you repeat a lie enough, people might believe it. But Ossoff's stock trade attacks on David Perdue are totally false. David Perdue wasn't even at that Senate briefing. Perdue was cleared by the bipartisan Senate Ethics Committee, the SEC, and DOJ. Perdue was totally exonerated. John Ossoff, you just can't believe him.
My mom hired a bath fitter to make me a new bath. My friend Jimmy said that when he got a new bath, it took forever. Jimmy didn't have to take a bath for a month. I didn't even get to miss one bath. It's just not fair.
Bath Fitter will remodel your bath in as little as one day. We've got over 2 million satisfied customers and 35 years experience. Call now or visit bathfitter.com for a free in-home consultation.
After my injury, I lost control of my life.
Who's going to speak to my insurance company?
I need medical guidance.
I want to take back control.
We want to take back control.
So do I.
I'm Mark Anajar from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. If you've been injured in an accident and are not sure of your options, call us at 904-600-4000 for a consultation and take back control of your life.
At Badcock Home Furniture and More, Steve found the perfect mattress, and Sue found everything else she needed to feel cozy and comfortable. Give yourself and your loved ones the gift of better comfort and sleep. Save up to 50% on select bedding and more. Plus, choose from other year-end mattress offers, all with no credit refused. Get the best bedding deals of the year, only at Badcock's Gift of Sleep sale. For details, visit badcock.com.
Everyone loves a beautiful smile. It's too bad you have to go to one place to see a dentist, another for cosmetic or implant dentistry, and still another for orthodontics, and they all still rely on some faraway lab. Fortunately, there is one place, David & Associates, that combines some of the nation's most experienced cosmetic and general dentists, board-certified surgeons, and orthodontists, all in one welcoming office. When it comes to comprehensive dental services, there's only one place, David & Associates.
Hey, Lisa Robertson here with Local Steals and Deals, and oh my gosh, you are going to want to hear this. This is the Clean Light Air. I love this, and right now I'm just thinking of how many I'm going to get, so here's why. This little device can clean a room up to 160 square feet. What do I mean by clean? I mean this cleans the air. There's a HEPA filter in here. It's a HEP 13 HEPA filter that cleans the air 360 degrees around. It actually takes 99% of the particles out of the air. Particles as small as smoke and dust and pet dander and pollen and all of VOCs and all those things nobody wants to be breathing in, takes them out, right? But then there's more, because after it goes through the HEPA filter, it goes through a UVC LED light that kills, wait for it, 99.99% of the bacteria and germs. Takes out 99% of the bad particles and then kills 99.99% of the bacteria and germs. So this is one where I think, wait a minute. Number one, I want one of these, and I want one in my kitchen. That's where I tend to spend my time. I want one that I can take with me in the car when I'm riding around. I want one that can be, in the office when I'm working. This is something I was thinking, wait a minute. I have a niece who's going to be going off to college. I really want to get her one of these for her dorm room. I have a nephew who's studying at home. I want to get one of these for him for one in his bedroom when he's in there studying all the time. I want to get one of these for my dad. He and his wife are home all the time. This is a time when we're all trying to do those basic common sense things to make ourselves safer, make our families safer, make the people we love safer. Isn't it amazing that it can be as small and simple as this is? Oh, it even works for aromatherapy. You can use essential oils, make the air smell great, and charge your cell phone while you're using it. All of this is 25% off on localsteels.com. I wish I had more time because, oh my gosh, is it amazing. But trust when I tell you, you're going to want a lot of them. I know I do.
What to watch tonight, brought to you by Ashley Home Store.
This weekend, the Jaguars head north to take on the Minnesota Vikings Sunday. Quarterback Mike Glennon will get his second start for the Jags. And you can watch the game with us. Coverage begins at 10:30 on Fox 30 with Jaguars Weekend. Then flip over to CBS 47 for Countdown to kick off at 11:30, followed by the game at 1, also on CBS 47.
All right, you got to see this. A driver in Washington State here, right behind me, got arrested for having flashlights as headlights on his car. If you look closely, oh man, struggle is real. State trooper noticed the extremely dim lights Monday morning, pulled the man over. That's when the officer noticed those flashlights duct taped to the front of the car. Police say he was also driving with a suspended license on top of that. I mean, it's creative. All right, take a look at the skies tomorrow morning, and you may see a SpaceX rocket. The company is sending supplies to the International Space Station. It's the 21st resupply mission for the company. The launch is set for 11:39 in the morning, so we'll bring it to you live right here